I had given it my all and nothing seemed to be working. Life literally was whipping my tail. It felt like the more I tried, everything in life was just blowing. Every blow that life was throwing, it was landing. I know you think you tried everything possible to change your life, and it doesn't matter what you try, it seems like it just didn't work. Every plan that you tried didn't work. Everything just seems like it was not working for you. And it resulted in you losing everything. So the main question I'll ask you today is, what are you going to do about it? This is the same question I had to ask myself, y'all, because I had lost everything too. But in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what helped me get out of the position that I was in. It wasn't until recently where I read the 12-week year that I realized there is a title for where I was and for where you may be right now. In the 12-week year, the book explains what we all go through when we decide that we want to change our life and implement something new. It's the emotional cycle of change. One cycle of this change is each and every one of us will go through the valley of despair. So you may be thinking, okay, so what is the valley of despair? The valley of despair is rock bottom. I mean, you feel the lowest that you could have ever felt in your life. And I tell you, when I hit the valley of despair, I would sit in the car as I'm doing right now, not recording videos, y'all, but I literally would cry and bawl my eyes out. I would find a secret place, whether it be in my room or in the car, to cry because I just felt like I had tried so hard. I had given it my all and nothing seemed to be working. Life literally was whipping my tail. It felt like the more I tried, everything in life was just blowing. Every blow that life was throwing, it was landing. It was hitting me. It was hitting me. And quite frankly, I was tired. I was so close to giving up. I was tired. But what I realized is that there's an important lesson in the valley of despair. I didn't realize it until I kind of came out of it. So what is that lesson? The important lesson in the valley of despair is it draws the line in the sand. It's in the valley of despair where, yes, you that are watching this video, you must decide, am I going to give up and go back to the life that I'm familiar with, to the life that I more than likely know the outcome? Am I going to go back? Or am I going to press forward and continue to try to change my life, accomplish my goals and my dreams? It is in the valley of despair that we ultimately have to make the decision. And I don't think that this is just by coincidence that each one of us has to go through a valley of despair. We hit rock bottom and we ultimately have to decide. I think this is by design. Not just by book design, but by higher design. Because I'll tell you, when I was in my valley of despair, it forced me to turn to God. Y'all, I'm not sure what your beliefs are if you're watching this, but on my platform, it is important for me to share exactly what has helped me. And I tell you, in the valley of despair, I had nowhere to turn but to God. It was at this point that I began to seek wholeheartedly, asking God, what is it that you have for my life? What is the purpose that you have for my life? Why is it that I was created? Why is it that I'm still here? What is it that I am supposed to bring forth in this world? I sincerely started seeking more of a purpose-driven life. If you're in the valley of despair, I would encourage you to turn to God and seek guidance and what it is that He created you to do. Because all of us were created to do something. You may be thinking, okay, Terry, I tried to ask God, what is my purpose? What should I be doing? But I haven't heard anything. I just don't know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. How am I supposed to receive an answer? Through prayer and meditation is how you will have a conversation with God, right? So you'll pray and telling him your wants, your needs, your desires, your dreams, your what you envision for your life. But through meditation, you allow God time to speak to you, right? So you might not get your answer on the first try. You might not even get your answer on the second try. It might not come the third time. It may take some time for you to realize what it is that you're supposed to be doing. While you are waiting for your answer from God, this is a good time that I would encourage you to go through a self-development process. You may be thinking, self-development, Terri, like I'm just trying to get my business to the next level. I just want to start a business. I want to make more money. I want to do XYZ. Why am I going through self-development? Like, what is the purpose of this? The purpose of you going through self-development, which I had to personally realize, is the person you are today, the person that I was, is not the person that can handle what our dreams and goals are. It's not the dream. It's not the goal that has to change. It's us that have to change. We have to become the people that can handle what God has planned for us. And in order to do that, we have to transform ourselves. We have to go through a self-development process to be able to handle where we're going. With us being in the valley of despair, having nowhere else to go, it's a good time to kind of turn that energy on self, highlight some things that are currently within yourself that may need to change. I know I was messed up. Back then, when I tell you a procrastinator, definitely a procrastinator. I could not focus on one thing. Like I had so many grand goals, but I for some reason, could not get them to the finish line because I did not have a set plan to do so. Self-accountability. That's the main thing I'm doing for 2024. Realizing that we have to be self-accountable. And when it comes to self-development, that's the main key of self-development, being accountable for self. There are some key habits that I personally implemented to make myself better that I think would help you as well. I'm going to share with you exactly the same habits that I use to this day. The first habit that I implemented was I decided that I would make my bed every day. That's simple. That's routine. Like making my bed. Like what's the point? Like making my bed. Everybody makes their bed. Some days I would make it. Some days I would not. When I was in the valley of despair, simply making my bed each and every day, as soon as I got out of it, one did something to my mental, y'all. It helped me accomplish something early in the morning that gave me a boost of confidence, right? If I can commit, right? If I could commit to making my bed every day, having one thing crossed off of the list, it gave me that extra boost that would carry me on throughout the day. And then when I came back into my room, I did not come back into chaos. There was order in the room, right? So hopefully you're understanding where it's making your bed isn't more so about the activity of making your bed, but it's more so about how it's going to mentally change you. The second thing that I would encourage you to do is to move your body. Yes, y'all. A body in motion stays in motion. It is a gift to move. It is a gift to be able to get up and move. Do you know how many people probably wish they could just go outside, have a short walk, feel the sun rays on their face, right? So having the ability to move, being more conscious about our health, because moving your body, staying in motion, right? You're not being stagnant, right? Nothing in this world remains the same. We constantly have to move. So adopting physical activity puts your body in motion, letting you know that, okay, I'm not staying here. Like there's still more things for me to get done, right? So it not only helps you physically, but mentally as well. The third thing I would encourage you to do as well is to practice gratitude, being grateful for the small things. It doesn't matter what it is. Every single time you put yourself in a place where I was, the valley of despair, it felt like you had lost everything. It felt like nothing was going good in my life. I took a step back and said, you know what, Terri, It doesn't matter where you are. It could always be worse. I still had a roof over my head. I didn't go without a meal. I still was able to eat. I still had the ability to move. I still had reasonable health. I was in my right mind. I could still come up with an additional plan. I still had my family and friends to lean on. It's important when we feel like we've lost it all to recognize and pinpoint and highlight those things that we do have. Remain grateful. It does not matter where you are right now. Just remain grateful for the things that you do have and look forward to the things that are to come. Next, I would say the importance of reading. Yes, I'm a reader. I know with social media, life gets hectic. We don't have a lot of time to read books. I personally read on Kindle. And I'm going to share with you some life-changing books that I personally have read that I think would help you as well. One of them is the one that I've just recently finished, which is, I keep telling you all this, the 12-week year was a game changer. I've made 2 prior videos about that book. The 12-week year, I read it the first week going into 2024, absolutely blew my mind. It allowed me to write my plans down, write my goals down, have set tactics I do each and every day to achieve my goals. The second book I would encourage you to check out, if you haven't already, is Think and Grow Rich. This is a book that I read while I was working in corporate finance. It broadens your mind on how to take charge and think about, accumulating wealth in your financial independence. So Think and Grow Rich is an important book as well. Also, I would encourage you to read The Dream Giver. If you aspire to realize what your purpose is, you have a set dream, The Dream Giver is an amazing book as well that I would encourage you to read. I love to read about people's personal stories. So the Tyler Perry book, read that as well. I read the Steve Harvey book. I read Tabitha Brown's book. I enjoy reading about people's personal stories and how they actually have had to overcome adversity, had to overcome all these things, because it puts me in a mindset of, if they can do it, if they can overcome where they were, what makes me any different? It encourages me that I can make it too. And that's the reason why I'm making this video, that I was able to get out of the valley of despair, and it is my goal that I leave you with some tips and some habits that can encourage you to get up out of the valley of despair as well. I told you previously in the video that this is a time where we draw the line in the sand. You have a choice. I had a choice. I decided not to give up, and I hope this video encourages you to decide not to give up, because I'll leave you with this. The only time you fail is when you decide not to try again. And remember, each and every time you keep trying again, it allows you an opportunity to win. I'll say that again. It's the most important part. So write this down. The only time you fail is when you decide that you will not try again. Remember, if you keep trying again, it gives you an opportunity to win. If you enjoyed this video so far, if I've encouraged you to get up out of the valley of despair and keep going towards the life that God has designed for you, I would encourage you to give this video a thumbs up. Also, drop a comment. Let me know that it has helped you. Also, consider subscribing to the channel, where you'll join the Terri Shower Catching a Major Vibe, y'all, because we'll be coming back with another video. Let's go.